to episode 63 of China Tools, a series of videos where we put woodworking tools from China to a test. My name is Dennis and I am hooked on wood. And previously I reviewed two sharpening systems from Banggood, this Mahoo version, which I reviewed in episode 43, and this Hongdui version I reviewed in episode 57. And both received a rating of 5-star plus, which is the category above 5 stars, for products of exceptional quality. And although the Hongdui system is superior in quality and an engineering marvel, the Mahoo system received its score for the exceptional quality it delivers at this remarkable price. And Hongdui has launched a new version that is similar to the Mahoo version, but there are some differences, and I'm curious to see if these differences will impact performance in practice. And I think it's fun to compare these three models, mainly because the price vary, helping you to find the one that best meets your needs. And the Mohoo Sharpening System is the first system I tested, and I was very enthusiastic about it. And I visited Henry, a woodworking friend of mine with extensive experience in sharpening systems, and he purchased it the same day I visited him. So we were very enthusiastic, and I still believe it's a perfect system for those seeking a straightforward and reasonably affordable sharpening system. Because for around €50, a system like this with this level of fit and finish is a very interesting price. However, when we compare to the new Hongdui system, we notice several differences. So let's first look at the base to set the angles of your chisels or plane irons. When you have measured the angle of your chisel, which is easy to do with the angle finder, you set the corresponding angle on your base. And the Hongdui and Mahoo bases share the same function. Both lock in place at a specific angle to ensure consistency and feature an easy to adjust offset, allowing for a secondary bevel. And with the Hongdui version this goes somewhat faster, but because you have to tighten the Mahoo base, it is more stable. And a secondary bevel makes sharpening your chisels a lot more straightforward, because you only have to sharpen the tiny secondary bevel, so you do not have to take off too much material. And the accuracy of the angle itself is not that relevant. And what I mean by that is that it does not matter whether the angle is 25 or 26 degrees. It is the consistency that matters when you want to sharpen your chisels efficiently. When that is consistent, you only have to remove just a little bit of your material, making sharpening your chisels or blade irons fast. So that is why I wish the base of the Hongdui has been a bit more stable. But when it sets, it remains reasonably square and consistent. And between addressing this issue and producing this video, Hongdui improved the base on this point. So this sharpening system will be shipped with the improved and more stable base. All that said, in practice they do not make a significant difference. You can both set the first and secondary angles straightforwardly and consistently. Motion sponsored this video, and besides woodworking, I love my garden, which is also very organized and clean. And Motion is a real game-changing robot mower with technology that sets new standards. It's incredibly easy to use. Simply place it in your garden and let it create a map automatically or manually, as I do here. And that's it. There's no need for perimeter wiring or separate antenna stations. Thanks to its advanced eye vision technology, which combines satellite data with its camera system and a 4G network, it achieves an accuracy of just 2 centimeters. It's truly remarkable. It effortlessly runs through my gravel path and neatly trims the edges, and again, all without wiring. And instead of leaving a random pattern, it operates very efficiently in straight lines. And I could talk about this remarkable mower for hours. It's truly impressive, and I can highly recommend it. But for now, let's go back to woodworking. And I've included a link in the video's description if you want more information about this machine. And when we examine the hunting guide, we see two steel inserts that will create more grip, keeping your chisels or plate iron more secure in place. And although we like the Mahoo version, there's no doubt that this will provide more stability when holding your chisels. And I recently purchased a British small block blade, and it's not a problem to sharpen it with the Hongdui version because of the shape of these claws. With the Mahoo hunting guide, the blade would have been too small. but it's easy to see that my chisels are much more secure in the Hongdui version. This will provide more flexibility in holding chisels or irons of different lengths or shapes. And additionally, it gives the honeycomb greater strength and durability. The hunting guide includes 2 extra spare wheels, which is excellent. And on the other side there is a holder for your Allen wrench to change the wheels. And while it may not be completely secure, it does hold the tool in place and the design is thoughtful. The wheels do have 2 rubber rings on them, and it feels a bit more comfortable to work with, but I have not decided yet whether I prefer it with or without them. But the good thing is that you can find out yourself which suits you best. Furthermore, there is a subtle design element to it, which of course does not make any technical sense, but together with the clamp claws it creates a very high-end look and feel, and I really like it. So it feels safe to say, while the Mohoo system meets the needs of many woodworkers at an attractive price, the Hongdui model offers an upgraded design that in practice provides a more secure fit and better flexibility for various size shapes of chisels. And therefore the Hongdui is the clear winner when compared to the Mohoo version, although the price is roughly 20 euros higher. But considering that it includes 2 spare wheels, which typically cost 10 euros a set, the added flexibility and securing different blades and chisels is well worth the extra money. And this is my scoring card. So how does this compare to the top of the line Hongdui Sharpening System? This system is a significant innovation compared to the Mahoo and Hongdui HD34 system. And for a complete in-depth review, I like to refer to episode 57. But in short, these are the advantages of the Hongdui HD29. And we see it has 1 long wheel instead of 2 smaller wheels. And the advantage is that whether you want to sharpen a chisel or an iron blade, you do not have to change the position of the wheels. With hunting guides that use 2 smaller wheels, you have to position them to the inside when the blade you want to sharpen is wider. So for chisels, you'll typically use the wheels on the outside, and for iron blades you position them on the inside. Otherwise it will become too wide for the sharpening stone. And you have 2 different size clamping claws, which can be beneficial for various types of chisels and iron blades. For example, the small iron blade of my small block planer is much more secure with the more extended claws than we see with the other 2 systems. And you can even set the angle for the blades, allowing for the sharpening of very specific blades. And there's a bridge option for an even more secure fit, which is especially beneficial for specific chisels, such as some Japanese chisels. So it provides the most flexibility when it comes to sharpening a wide range of different shapes and size chisels and iron blades. And when you want to set a secondary bevel, with the other system you have to set it again on your base. But with this system you can leave it in your hunting guide and simply adjust the wheel's height to create a secondary bevel. And this makes it very easy to go back and forth when needed, while also keeping the blade in the exact same position. And of course this comes at a price. The HD29 costs around 84 euros, but that does not include the larger class. You must purchase them separately, which will add an additional 25 euros to the price. And that seems a lot of money, but compared to high-end sharpening systems from woodpeckers or Veritas, I think it sets itself apart and is by far the most affordable. So I still believe it deserves to be in the 5-star category with the exceptional quality stamp. Well, that was it this time. I hope you found it helpful. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to subscribe. And for those who go on holiday, but also for those who don't, enjoy, and we will see each other next time.